Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking about Money Making Mel, Melody Cherie Rogers, Mogul Making Mel, because there was an interview, you guys, with the Morning Hustle that I need to talk about just the Mel specific component of it all, because once again, even though Mel is gone from the show, she's still a topic of conversation. And as long as these people are going to keep Mel's name in their mouths or try to avoid talking about Mel, to where the interviewer had the right idea to spin the block, to circle it back, to run that back and ask a question again to get the answer that she was looking for, we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. So there was an interview that I believe it was Carlos King, it was KIMMIE and Tasha that did with the Morning Hustle. And I find it interesting that for previously, you would have either Mel do solo interviews or you would have Martell do solo interviews promoting the show. But Carlos King has to come around as like a chaperone, it seems, with KIMMIE and Tasha, which I find very interesting. But nonetheless, we are going to talk about, just a few things here. One being addressing Melody Cherie's exit, right? Addressing Melody Cherie's exit, and you could tell Carlos King did not want to talk about that. You can tell Carlos King did not want to hear about it. He did not want to feature it. He wanted to pretend that it was, it's we're rebranding. It's an ensemble show. Right? One thing that happened here was she ended up asking the question again. And once she asked the question again, that was when, KIMMIE chimed in saying that she respects Mel's decision, but then threw some shade, using Mel's words, saying, I respect her, God bless you on your journey. No. It's funny, these same people who complain about Mel, who allegedly can't stand Mel, are using her terms, are using her blueprint, are using everything that she's done and trying to replicate it and make fetch happen. Make it make sense. So Carlos King wants to then go into this long, I've been, at this, if Mel, she made the decision on her own. So those of you, those Mel haters who tried to allege that Mel was fired or that Mel was let go from the show because of whatever XYZ conspiracy you came up with. No. Carlos King said Mel left the show on her own. She decided on her own that it was, her decision to leave. Carlos also said that the door was open for Mel to come back to the show at any point in time as she chooses. And I found that interesting because he's never said that before in any of these other interviews. So that tells me, whether the show is filming or whatever else is taking place, that they're not happy with the content, right? They're not happy with the content if you're already saying in promo for your big season 10, where the ratings are in the toilet, that Mel can come back at any point in time. No. The other piece I want to speak on as well is, and again, the reason I knew he had to say something, I had a similar conversation before with somebody, not about this topic, but it was like a catch-up conversation with somebody. And so they asked me a question about something specific, and I answered the question and kicked it back to them about something specific. And for whatever reason, they gave me this vague answer. And so I was like, okay, I got you. I see you. I got it in the back of my mind. I'm going to circle back and ask this question at the end of the conversation. And that is what I did, y'all. I came back, I asked the question at the end of the conversation, and then that's when they unloaded the clip and told me what the tea was. Like you gotta know when people don't really want to say something, or they're being vague, or their answer really doesn't make sense. You keep that in your back pocket on whether or not you're going to revisit that question. So the other question, because it sounded like the interviewer is a fan of Mel and is a supportive of Mel and everything else. So this piece bothered me as far as they were asking about couples who, get divorced on reality TV and what the thoughts and things and like that were, right? And, does the show, basically the root of what the interviewer was trying to get to the question was, does the show ruin marriages, right? Does reality TV ruin marriages and that we see all these divorces? So here's what Carlos King says. And again, he likes to go on this whole little spiel instead of just answering the question. He goes on, I've been a reality TV, producer for over 18 years, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And what I found is two things happen. Either you try to hide the problems or try to hide the issues. Fans notice that something is up. And since my production company, we're going to expose it. Or what happens is, too, you decided to have it a part of your storyline, and it becomes beneficial for you, it becomes lucrative for you, and then it becomes too much for you, and then that's when you blame production. And everybody, no, and then has the audacity to say that people who get a divorce on reality TV, it was pre-planned, it was predetermined, they had an exit plan to begin with. No, Carlos! You honestly think Mel wanted to get a divorce from Martel? You think that was her exit plan? Because for all intents and purposes, it was already revealed. You said on your own YouTube show, you said that there was already issues before. And you said that Mel did not want to start filming the show because she had found out about Martel's infidelity. You convinced her, allegedly, that she should put it on the show because fans would sympathize with her that have been through the same thing. And then that could be a part of your healing process on, whatever else, on whether you and Martel decide to work it out. And she then decided to move forward with filming. So she wanted to take a break from this show. She did not want to start this show. But you encouraged the foolishness and the madness. And then y'all took it to a whole nother level. Y'all gaslight this woman. Y'all played in her face. Taunted her about the concubine, talking about in the earlier seasons, y'all gonna call her, y'all got her number, y'all got her picture to play in Mel's face, talking about the matching BMWs. Because y'all wanted to put y'all marriages on a pedestal and come down on Mel and Martel and say that they're not the power couple y'all think they are and all of this and all of that. Y'all wanted to rain on their parade. And for 9 seasons, you used them as y'all storylines. And then when Mel and Martel got a divorce, y'all took Martel's side. Oh, Martel's not that bad of a guy. He's a good man, da-da-da-da-da. He's not that horrible. And y'all started to believe the lies Martel was saying about Mel. Believing the lies, oh, Mel cheated too. Mel did this too. Y'all started to believe it. And then the icing on the cake is y'all admit that y'all been new for at least a couple of years about the revenge P. And allegedly some of the male cast members saw the revenge P. And y'all still thought it was appropriate for Mel to still be in this type of environment where none of y'all liked her. None of y'all liked her, but y'all want to use her terminology. Y'all want to utilize her blueprint. Y'all want to utilize her storyline as content. Even so much so is bringing Destiny back to regurgitate foolishness about Mel and Martel's marriage. And then to take it a step further and make the limo slob on the knob allegations. No. And then to take it a step further with the grooming allegations. No. Just thinking the most disgusting, vile, disturbing things that you can think of to try to humiliate and tear down Melody Cherie, because when her and Martell divorced, she was not broken, destitute. She was not desperate for Martell, because Mel was the motion. Mel is the motion. Mel was the one that made everything pop when she was with Martell. She made Martell look good. So nonetheless, you expected Mel to stick around for that? You think Mel planned this? You think she planned her exit from the show? Are y'all kidding me right now? Mel was not expecting y'all to go as low as y'all did. And for y'all to be fake and phony in these interviews and everything else and make it seem like everything is okay, that is why Mel ignored y'all. Because y'all were not keeping it a buck, and she was finding out from other cast members y'all were talking cash bleep about her behind her back. So why would she still entertain friendships with y'all? And then the biggest issue is y'all were conspiring with her ex-husband this whole time. Anything negative Martell said, y'all believe, but now all of a sudden Martell is a lie when he flips the script on y'all and talks about y'all alleged cheating. Make it make sense. How is he telling the truth about Mel because y'all don't like her, but he's a liar when he flips the script on y'all when he's the one that was thick as thieves with y'all and would hang out with y'all all the time? So, nonetheless, that's all I got to say for this video. But again, it's just like Mel made the right decision once again. These people will never come to terms with the fact that they had a beautiful thing and decided to ruin it. They had a beautiful show. They should have got rid of Martell several seasons ago. This is why on Real Housewives you don't have exes on the show, because it becomes toxic. It becomes, a game of, let's see how much I can destroy the other person in hopes that they will leave or hopes that something horrible and traumatic happens for them. And none of y'all protected Mel. Mel requested for Martell to be fired at her, at the Reality with the Kings show that featured Mel. And Mel was the star of that. Mel had sold out. That was the biggest show Carlos had and everything else. And Carlos King just sat there while Mel is pouring her heart out to you, crying, wondering if you knew the extent of what Martell was doing behind the scenes, and you didn't care. You decided to bring out Moses and, Sonny as a deflection. Talking about, I'm not as involved with the show, but you seem very involved now. You seem very involved now because now you're back to, now all of a sudden that the ratings are low, you're back now to talking about the show on your YouTube. You're back to doing press now, once again, to try to promote this show, to try to get those views up. So, nonetheless, y'all want to pick and choose. Y'all want to move the goalposts when it's convenient for you. But the bottom line is, y'all not going to sit up here and lie about Melody Cherie Rogers. Like y'all were in on all of this foolishness as long as it gave y'all a storyline and gave y'all something to talk about. And now that Mel is gone, y'all realize that the work she put in is, really took a lot of load off of a lot of y'all. And y'all refuse to accept it. Y'all still think that this show is going to be a success without her. And I think a rude awakening is coming in. So there's that. That's it. That's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.